Good morning, student. Today we'll start new chapter household circuit, and our topic will start from this topic power distribution to a house. In this topic we will study how electricity is distributed in our home. But before we enter in the house, we will understand how electricity reaches to our house. So firstly, our electricity reaches in three different wires. First is live wire, neutral wire and earth wire. If you keenly observe, in the beginning of the house there is one kilowatt hour meter, and in that three wires will enter. One is live wire, second is neutral wire and third is earth wire. This live wire blue color, neutral wire yellow color, whereas earth wire is a green color wire. So neutral and earth wires are connected together at the local substation, so that neutral and earth wire are at the same potential 0 volt. So remember that neutral and earth wire voltage always at 0 volt, whereas live wire, also called the phase wire, carries current from the house sources to the distribution board. So mainly current carry forward by the live wire, while the neutral wire is the return of the current to the current to the source. So when circuit is complete, only then current will flow. So remember that through the live wire current will flow in the forward direction, whereas that circuit is completed through the neutral wire where current will return. So now from this diagram I will explain how electricity reaches from main power supply to our house. So first is from the electric pole. Electric pole always that is situated in the street, that is called street pole. So first electricity come from the street pole, and electricity come through the three wires live, neutral, earth. As I already told you, live wire blue color, neutral wire yellow color, earth wire green color. Firstly with the live wire, company fuse is connected. Company fuse is the main fuse. What is the function of the fuse? In detail I will tell you in the next topic, but time being I will tell you what is the function of the fuse. Fuse simply control the amount of current. Same here, when current will send to our house, firstly that checked by the company fuse, that is the fuse which will control the amount of current. After that it will enter to our house through the kilowatt hour meter. You have seen when you will see the electricity bill, on that bill there is written one reading. So that reading taken from the kilowatt hour meter, that is situated in our front of house, generally that is light green color. So keenly observe this. From the live wire firstly enter in the kilowatt hour meter, whereas neutral wire as well as earth wire will not enter through the kilowatt hour meter. Only live wire will enter through that live wire, and earth wire is connected to the earthing, that is earthing is a local earthing that is done in front of our house, and detail we will do in the later on this topic. So through live wire that is connected to the main switch. So first component in our house, that is the kilowatt hour meter. From that reading will be taken, how much current will or how much electric energy consumed in our house, that you have studied in previous chapter also, that is number of units. So number of units that is counted in kilowatt hour meter. So from that live wire passes through the main switch. After that there is one main switch. Main switch function to switch on or off the circuit. So firstly live wire passes through the main switch, then neutral wire passes through the main switch, whereas earth wire will not passes through the main switch, only live and neutral wire, because live wire will send the current and from the neutral wire that current will return. So in this way live and neutral will complete the circuit. After the main switch, electricity passes through the different rooms of our house. So there is shown the different rooms, first room, second room, third room and fourth room, but instead of room there is showing that is the different appliances. So how electricity enter in a different room, rather in the different appliances which is connected in the room. So that I will show in the next diagram under the heading ring system. So actually house wiring is done in our house with the help of two systems. One is ring system, other is tree system, but in your syllabus only ring system, so that I will explain the ring system. Keenly observe all the important points regarding the ring system. So that I already told you that current will flow from the live wire, enter in the one particular room. Sorry. So this shows the how to electricity connected in one particular room. So here is shown three electrical appliance. One is lamp, third is three socket pin or 3-pin plug, third is the fan. So very importantly observe this. Firstly, live wire passes through the MCB. MCB is the main fuse which is connected in the main switchboard. So here is suppose 30 ampere capacity, means that depends upon the how much electricity distributed in a house. Suppose at this house that electricity supply 30 ampere maximum. So MCB is miniature circuit breaker nowadays, that is replace the fuse. Function of MCB is same as the fuse function, to control the amount of current. So firstly, live wire pass through the fuse because we want to check the current, and current only pass through the live wire. Then blue color live wire, there is shown the connection to the lamp. Keenly observe this. Firstly, live wire connect to the fuse because in this system each and every appliances has its own fuse. So firstly, live wire connected to the passes through the fuse. Fuse will, after the fuse, that is passes through the switch, and from the switch that is passes through the that is particular appliance. So if you will see, there are two check for the live wire. First is the fuse. Fuse will control the amount of current, and switch will on or off the circuit, because if that is on only, then both the points will meet and current will pass. But if this is off, circuit will break and no current will pass. And second wire is the neutral wire, that is dotted line, and you will see that I simply cross the live wire with this loop. When one wire cross the second wire, that is crossed with one loop. So this neutral wire connected to the second terminal of the lamp. If you will keenly observe the fan or the lamp, that always connected with the two wires. One is red, other is black or yellow. So that is a blue color wire as a live wire, but live wire will not connect it directly to the lamp. Firstly, it's connected to the fuse, then switch, then lamp. Be careful. Whereas neutral wire always connected to directly with the lamp, because that is only complete the path. Same with 3-pin plug, that 3-pin socket. In socket, topmost is earth, left hand side that is live, and right hand side that is live, left hand side that is neutral. If you will see here, live wire not directly connect to this 3-pin socket. Firstly connect to the same way fuse, then switch, then to the socket. Means it will not directly connect to. There will be two checking. First one by the fuse, second then the switch, then connected to the socket. Whereas neutral wire directly connected to that point, and whereas the earth wire always that is also connected to directly to the topmost pin. Now come to the fan. In fan, if you will observe here, in fan, firstly live wire same way goes to the fuse, then switch, then that is regulator. From regulator it is connected to the fan. Means there are three checking, because regulator will increase or decrease the amount of current, whereas neutral wire directly connected to the fan. In this way, that live wire firstly circulate to the full house and connected to each and every appliance, then come back. So that's what is called a ring system. Same way neutral wire, same way earth wire. So this work just like as a ring. Next is, here is the important points. A separate connection is taken for each appliance from the live wire of the ring. So this is one separate live connection, this is second live connection, this is third live separate connection, because don't consider this is a series, this is a parallel. This live wire not interconnected with this live wire, and this live wire is not interconnected with this live wire. Actually that is one separate one. This is parallel arrangement. Be careful. Next is the advantage of ring system. The ring system has following advantage. First, in this ring system, the current from main can reach to the individual appliance through two separate paths. Thus each appliance get connected to the main effectively through a thick wire. Therefore the wire required for the main ring is to lower current capacity than that would be required for the direct connection to the mains. Means its wiring is less expensive, because when we will start one wire from the main and it will circulate in the full house and then come back to the main. So wiring will be less. Cost of wiring will be less. Next, each appliance has separate fuse. If you will see here, each and every appliance has separate fuse. If problem in one appliance, then other appliance will not be affected. But you have seen in your house, if one appliance is faulty in your room, other will work. If you have fault in fan, only fan will not work, but other will work. That is the main advantage of the ring system. If one appliance will be affected, other will be safe. And third, in this system all the plugs and socket used can be same size. If in your house that wiring is older one, you have seen that the socket used for heater, geyser, that is the bigger one, whereas 3-pin plug you are using for your mobile, that is the smaller one. Means size will be different according to the current capacity. For heavy appliance we are using that is the bigger one socket, whereas for low current capacity we are using the smaller one. But in ring system that's not like this. Each and every appliance will use a same size sockets. Next is while installing a new appliance. Suppose after 3-4 years you simply install one AC in this room. It's very simple. You simply take that live wire and connect here AC. You will give the connection to that AC and there first fuse, then switch, then connect to the AC. No other big issue. But in tree system what will be there, we have to change the full wiring of that particular room, but that's not problem in the ring system. Next is the connection of all the appliances, bulb, fan, socket with the mains. We know that all the electrical appliances are connected in parallel, so that's why I'm telling to you main important thing, all the socket will be parallel. So what is the advantage of parallel? Advantage of parallel with the mains, in the live wire before each appliance there is separate switch and a separate fuse. That is two main characteristics in this system. First, all the appliances are connected in parallel. Second, for each and every appliance there is separate fuse and separate switch. So what is the advantage of connecting the appliance in parallel? First, voltage is same as you have studied in previous topic. In parallel arrangement voltage will be same. Each and every will carry 220 volts. So each and every appliance will working at independently. Second, each appliance operate independently. That's not interconnected. Whereas in series they are interconnected. So if one appliance will faulty, other will affected, there that will not work. But such type of problem will not consider in this ring system or in this parallel arrangement. Disadvantage of connecting the appliance in series. If we will connect appliances in series, what is the problem? First, voltage will be divided. Each and every will not get 220 volt. So how appliance will work? Second, on connecting one more appliance in the same circuit, the resistance of circuit will increase, hence we will reduce the current in the circuit. अगर आपने if you will connected that 4 suppose bulbs, if you want to connect one more bulbs in that, so what will be there? You can easily connect fifth one in series, but what will be there? The total resistance will increase. As you know, in series resistance will increase. If resistance increase, current will decrease. Ultimately what will be there? Each and every appliance will not get the same power. Third, all appliances connected in series operated simultaneously. All are interconnected. If one will problem, then other will be affected. So this is all about the how power distribution in a house. So next is what is the advantage of ring system and what is the disadvantages of series arrangement. This is all about your A part. Now come to the fuse. So little bit we have studied in fuse earlier topic. But here what is the fuse? An electric fuse is a safety device which is used to limit the current in an electric circuit. So we can use fuse as a safeguard the circuit and the appliances connect in the circuit from being damaged. So it will work as a safeguard, and with that we can save the appliances, prevent from the damaging. So here is given regarding the fuse characteristics. A fuse is a short and thin piece of wire of uniform area of cross section and high resistance. So main characteristics, it has high resistance and low melting point. Two characteristics of the fuse. So with that, which is the best one? That is the alloy of lead and tin. So fuse is made of with alloy of lead and tin because this has high resistance and low melting point. Why it has high resistance? Because fuse is used to control the amount of current. If its resistance will be high, its current will be less. So why its melting point should be low? So that it can easily melt when excessive current will pass in the circuit. So next is why we will not use a copper or aluminium wire. because the copper and aluminum wire is unsuitable for use of fuse wire because they have high melting point, but we are required a less melting point. Moreover, the use of an ordinary copper or aluminum wire as a fuse must be avoided as it is very thick. So with that, if the exceed of the current will limit of the current will exceed, it will not be safe. As concerned to its construction, actually this is one portion holder which is fit in the board. This is a socket, and in that this is will be fixed. Keenly observe this. This is the socket. That socket, both the ending connected with the live wire, and this is the holder which we can easily fit here in this socket. So through this connection, and this is a lead and tin wire, fuse wire. This is called fuse wire. Fuse wire connected with this live wire through that points. So when current will pass, suppose this fuse wire current capacity 5 ampere. If 5 ampere current will pass, it can easily pass through this fuse wire and connect it to the passes through the another live wire which is connected to another socket or another distribution board. But if current exceeds 6 ampere, this 6 ampere will pass through it because this is a copper wire, but as it will pass through the fuse wire, this fuse wire will melt. So with that, what will be there? There will be one gap. When gap will be there, circuit will break and no current will pass through this live wire, and your other socket will be safe, your other appliances will be safe. So in this way it work as a safeguard. So how it will change? We have to again remove this socket and change this fuse wire. After that, again it will be ready for another work. So this is the working of the fuse wire. Two type of fuse. One is this, other is this cartridge fuse, that is mostly used in your heavy appliances or in your motorcycle like this. That is in one test tube. In that test tube, that is one fuse wire. So that is very small portion that all that is fixed in each and every appliances in their 3-pin plug के अंदर ही होता है, या फिर आपके ये जो inverters होते हैं, in that also that is connected small cartridge fuse. So next question is very important. Reason for connecting the fuse in the live wire. Actually regarding this fuse, there are two important points. First, this fuse is connected to the live wire. Why? So here is shown one diagram. In this diagram, that is shown that suppose this is the appliance, this is the main supply. From there live wire will come, current will come, because firstly current will come through the live wire and return back through the neutral wire. If fuse is connected to the live wire, so suppose heavy current will pass due to this fuse will melt and appliance will be safe. See here, if heavy current will pass, this fuse wire will be melt and there is one gap, circuit will incomplete and appliance will be safe. But if this fuse is connected to the neutral wire, what will be there? No doubt when current will pass to the appliance and a returning path, when goes through the neutral wire, heavy current will pass and fuse will melt. But problem is firstly heavy current will pass through the appliance will damage, and if by chance accidentally you will touch that appliance will carry heavy current and you will get a fatal shock. So what is the use of this fuse? If your appliance will damage and you will get the fatal shock, what is the use of this fuse? So fuse always connect with the live wire. That's very important. Next is current rating of the fuse. So current rating we will find out. You know I formula P upon V. You have done P is equal to VI, I is equal to P upon V. So with the help of the power of the appliance, with the help of the voltage of the appliance, we can find out the current capacity of the appliance. So according to that current capacity, we will use the fuse with that particular appliance. So two type of fuse. First is that is the light circuit, we are using 5 ampere. For heavy circuit we are using the 15 ampere fuse. Depends upon the current capacity of the appliances. So here is showing some appliances with that their current capacity. So electric bulb, television set, refrigerator, electric mixer, that is the 5 ampere, whereas room heater, electric iron 5 ampere, geyser 8 ampere, electric kettle and electric oven 15 ampere. So according to the heavy appliance, we have to use this heavy fuse wires. So next is the MCB. Nowadays fuse is replaced with the miniature circuit breaker MCB. What is the use of this MCB? Same function as this work as a safeguard, but that is the advantage of this. Now we are not replacing the fuse wire. Actually, when heavy current is passed, what will be there? Miniature circuit breaker will switch off and your full supply will stop automatically. So MCB falls down and switch off the circuit in very short time. Very short time it will switch off and your appliances, your house and your each and everything will be safe. So this is all about the fuse. So next time we will study about the switches. Thank you.